What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're starting it off with the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. They will be out in January or February 2026 alongside the launch of the Galaxy S26 phones. And as you can see, they've retained the stem look akin to last year's generation of the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro and also AirPods. But there is some subtle changes, a more rounded tip at the bottom of the stem, and no longer LED strip. That is gone now. So if you like that LED strip, looks like that will be removed. The driver earbud chassis has been updated to be smoother, rounded lines moving away from the sharper edges, more of a traditional Galaxy Buds look to it. The leak also covers pinch gestures, because this was leaked out through the app on, I think it was One UI 8.5, it shows all this stuff. The leak covers pinch gestures for play, pause, and volume. And then you've also got head gesture support reportedly coming, and that would so you would nod to answer your call or shake to decline. These head gestures may allow custom actions, such as allowing you to read your notifications aloud or to dismiss notifications such as alarms and calendar alerts and things like that. So some new things in there in terms of the gestures. I think that's pretty cool to be able to go like this, or yeah, to answer something, or whatever you're going to do with your head. That's kind of neat, especially if you want to be completely hands-free. The design, I know some people dislike it a lot, but it's not terrible. It's easy to grab onto and take it out of your ear instead of having to pull the whole earbud out. It probably also allows them to get more battery life into these buds, which is probably what most people would want anyway. And obviously, we don't know exact price, but you're probably guessing at least $200, maybe like $230, maybe $250, probably somewhere in that range though. Now, Galaxy S26 series, you might be wondering, well, how much RAM are they going to put in this beast of a phone? It looks like Ice Universe has kind of told us. He went on a little bit of a rant talking about how, you know, Samsung isn't putting 16 gigs of RAM in their phones. And I would love it too. I wish they would do it, but it looks like they're not going to do it. S26, S26 Plus will have 12 gigs of RAM on both phones, 256 and 512 storage on those phones, nothing more, nothing less. And on the S26 Ultra, 12 gigs of RAM across the board if you get 256, 512, or 1 terabyte. But some locations will, again this year, if you get the 1 terabyte version, you get 16 gigs of RAM. So it depends where you live. He's saying that it sounds like Europe probably won't get the 16 gig RAM version. America got it last year. I assume they'll get it again this year. China also gets that version. So some places will get just 12 gigabytes of RAM no matter which phone you get, no matter which storage. But some locations, on the Ultra, if you get the 1 terabyte, you'll get 16 gigs of RAM. My phone is really quick. I know he had another tweet that said like, hey, I can tell the difference between 12 and 16. My S25 Ultra is super fast. I don't notice any difference with it. Obviously, the more specs and stuff you add into it, it does become faster for sure. You know, it's inevitable, but it's already really fast. Would it be great for the future? Yes, it definitely would. It'd be better for AI performance, especially as some of that stuff comes directly on the device. Yes, it would help it for sure. But as of right now, you know, you're good. And most phones are just, like iPhones are just getting 12 gigs of RAM, and they've been great. So I don't know. You know, this obviously won't age, you know, 5-6 years from now, it probably will feel sluggish, I would assume, or start to feel really sluggish. Maybe it won't, but otherwise it's definitely, it's weird because he also mentions in his little tweet, Samsung does make RAM, and it's weird that they couldn't give themselves like a really good price to be like, hey, there's 16 gigs of RAM for the Ultra, to really further the Ultra away from the Plus and the regular version. But to keep the RAM amounts the same on all three devices, it does feel a little bit of a disappointment. So those are my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys down the road. Peace.